Okay, so we're down with our first match again. We apologize for any, lag issues. This is apparently because the hotel internet services that we're using are, you know, kind of not so good. We tried to fix the issue, but it's not up to us. It's up to the internet provider that we have. So again, sorry for any inconvenience. We will give players the OK sign in just a moment. Okay, so on our right side we have Rozakeas Socrates playing Black Green Devotion deck, geared to beat the meta apparently, and Dimitrakis Ioannis with your standard Mono Blue Devotion list. Okay, so talk us through the matchup. We saw Socrates in the previous round as well as Dimitrakis. Both players are doing really well in this tournament. So how does this matchup typically go?
Socrates, it's very important for the Mono Blue player to win the die roll. And Dimitrakis didn't win the role, so it will be hard for him, especially when he didn't start the game with a one drop. Whilst Socrates has Packard, which is very crucial to the matchup because no removal and
Okay,
the
so
Packard will win the game by itself.
Yeah, so Socrates is riding the Packard plan, so
it's a pretty easy, straightforward plan from now on because every end of turn there will be a new Packard inside, and in about 2 to 3 turns it will be very difficult for Socrates to win the game, especially if there is a removal for the Master of the Waves.
Okay, so the plan for Dimitrakis now is since he doesn't have a way to remove Packard, he's gonna go for the race plan. So deal more damage and faster than those Packards can do, which is actually difficult.
It's pretty impossible.
Yeah.
Especially without a one drop in Packard second turn.
Okay, so if you had like a Justice Familiar or a Cloud of Interruptor, maybe, but now it's actually really hard.
Yeah, really hard.
So Socrates makes a Packard token and has a nice collection of Ratata tokens in order to put. Yeah, I know. I really like the way Socrates plays his deck. Yesterday he played the Boros Baron deck and he had Charmaders for Pyromancer tokens. So yeah. So he's gonna make a rat, and right now he's thinking about. Let's see if he has another land drop, of course. Okay, he plays an
animation from will come now.
So each rat is a 3/3 now, which
potentially 4/4s with
yeah, he has the ability to animate if mutable. Yeah, let's see if he chooses.
He animates it now to deal 8 damage.
He deals 8 to his opponent, and this is actually very close to being over.
Yeah. And especially since Drake is have a very I can see from here.
Of course, Thassa is gonna scry. Thassa is a big game changer in this matchup, but only if you can, have the necessary devotion to make her live. And right now, Dimitrakis, what can he do? I mean, what line can he go with in order to possibly get out of this mess?
Maybe investigation for that. And make a mutable for something like sort of the waves to jump for a turn.
It's actually really hard, you say, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody can see that it's really hard.
It's
I mean, yeah, but if you are in Dimitrakis' spot, what can you do?
Now Thassa is active, but
I mean, Thassa can block a rat. That's one way.
Yeah, but the removal from Socrates, Thassa goes back to enchantment status, and he doesn't have very good blocks.
So he's gonna make okay. Of course, what Socrates is gonna do right now is he's gonna go to his attack step, and then he's gonna active. Oh, he will main phase a removal apparently. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe it's a Bile Blight because
oh no,
abrupt decay.
It's an abrupt decay, and most likely he's gonna
on the weird. Yeah.
On the Frostbear weird, so
force him to jump with Deadbinder.
So Socrates has the standard, backward plan. They're gonna hit for 12. Oh, 4 Thasses on his head. That's actually a really bad hand. And
maybe I don't know if he did them, but if he had 1 or 2 in his opening, it was a really bad keep on this side.
If he had like more than 1, yeah, then okay, then it would be a really bad keep. Okay, so
especially without a 1.
Okay, so
Monoliths are very crucial in this deck.
okay, so sideboard options for this the players. Let's see what this list have.
Maybe he will, I think, 1 or 2 domestications.
Okay,
The Polymorphist just is a pretty
is actually a way to do it. Yeah.
game stealer.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, so Polymorphist just is a card he's gonna side, most likely dissolve and dispel to counter all the removal spell, yeah. And negate, yeah, and negate.
Dissolve, it's okay. I would sideboard it more often.
Okay.
It doesn't cut many things. You need to cut the Grey Merchant.
Okay, so right now,
some domestications for Nightwave Specters, but I don't know. He didn't play Spectre. Maybe
no, he doesn't know.
I don't know if you know
Yeah,
that he plays Specters.
Okay, so right now let's check Rozakeas' sideboard. We saw him in game 2. He has a lot of answers, and of course he's gonna board in more removal spells. Socrates himself. So let's see what kind of removal spells he has available to him.
I think
we're gonna see Doomblades, of course.
Doomblades and Breaker's Cure for sure will come in.
Maybe Golgari time to take care of the Tokens, yeah.
But the tokens or the potential domestication that all the mono blue is run nowadays.
Okay, maybe. What do you think about Scavenging Ooze?
I will bring it in.
I mean, it's like a huge baddie. It gets you back. If your opponent has a fast start, it gets you some life. Yeah.
It fits pretty well with a plan that Mono Black wants to play, which is kill creatures and then eat them with a Scavenging Ooze to make it bigger and gain some life.
So Ooze will
doesn't have a downside.
Yeah. Also, Ooze would be like your 5th demon, but actually better than your 5th demon.
It will gain you life. And you can tap it whenever you like it.
Also, it will, if your opponent starts racing you with some Judge Familiar or Cloudfin Raptors in the early game, as you said before, it's very difficult to win without those. But let's say your opponent has those. If you have a news that some creatures die because you play removal spells, and the other guy plays monsters into your removal spells, which will actually get you back in the game if you are far ahead. I mean, we saw the typical way that Mono Blue was beating black-based devotion strategies was by curving out, and lots of pressure that comes from curving out. So if you are able to gain life, like with a great,
crucial. The Bident of Thassa is very bad for the black players because they don't have a way to remove it. Abrupt Decay can't target it because it's 4 converted mana.
Okay, so it's sort of your own underworld connections, but you have to attack, and underworld connections has the player has to lose a life, but I mean it's a fair deal. Both of these decks have their own way of doing things, of course. And let's say as the players are getting ready for game number 2, and right now Dimitrakis is gonna be on the draw.
It's not on the play.
On the play, yeah, sorry. Okay. Both players are gonna take a look at their hands. Let's see if we got any mulligans this game, and
Dimitris keeps, I think.
We ship,
and so that's Socrates.
And I do think Socrates also keeps. Let's see. No, Socrates mulligans. How mulligan friendly is this list? This particular list that has a splash, a light splash for abrupt decays.
It has the usual turn to kill, which is such a packet.
Okay,
This follow, it's very hard to beat for the player, even if he's on the play.
So if Socrates,
the cards he wants to see are some sort of removal. Every type of removal.
Okay, so because you trade 1 for 1, and most likely some of the mono black devotions creatures are not good. All of your creatures, if you're playing mono black, are better than your opponent's creatures, because if you're playing mono blue, you're basically playing with a good draft deck, and that has some bombs in it. So if you have just I have a hero's downfall that's gonna take care of your best guy, now all of a sudden your pace has slowed down, your tempo is disrupted, and that gives me time to actually curve into a desecration demon. Maybe if you're playing a black white version, maybe also a blood baron,
demon, some 1 or 2 removals, again, and you have a game. takes a American to 5.
Also, it's very unlikely because we keep talking how good of a match Socrates has with his lists, and all of a sudden he's down to 5 cards, but at least he's on the draw. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. In if he gets down to something like 5 cards, can he still do it?
It's in the pocket.
Everything happens if you have a Thoughtsis in the pack card, into a pack card. Yeah. Okay, so let's see right now if we got. Okay. Yeah, connections. You can take out connections, of course. So let me remind you that this event is brought to you by efantasy.gr and it is covered by Rozakeas Gaming. Yeah, and it's covered by Rozakeas Gaming. You can find all of the top 8 deck lists after the event is done, and you can find them on our website rozakeasgaming.gr. If you like the stream and you want, to come back for more, be sure to follow us, so you can know when we go online. So the game has started, and Dimitrakis is playing. Has a very good start, which is Judge's Familiar and answered by Temple of Malady from Socrates, who is this guy is gonna go to the top. He's gonna pass the turn back, and now we see the plan that you talked about. It's like he has early pressure. Let's see if he's able to, curve out into maybe a huge master of waves. And
second, familiar. Let's see the Packard.
He has a Packard.
Not a good situation there even.
Yeah, I know, and it's like you have the flying guys. Now you want a 2-drop, maybe a 3rd drop. Do you think you can still make it in time?
Of course, it has a Spectre now.
Oh, he has a Night Veil Spectre, never mind that. So he's actually in the race. And Socrates needs another.
With a land, he will come up with a giant sort of waves.
Yeah, and
Socrates have some answer in his hand for the huge master. The next turn is coming.
Can Socrates do something like play a land and then buy Blight? Something? No, because
he can buy Blight the Spectre.
Yeah, but there's a Judge Familiar. That's what I'm.
He will take either the 2 Judge Familiars
or the Spectre. Yeah.
Or he can play land and pass to make a session in playing, make a pocket turn.
Okay, let's see what Socrates decides to do. He's gonna pick another rat, and
now he can.
That's actually better than discarding a card, of course, because you're only paying 2 mana and you can animate it with Mutavault. Yeah. So he smashes in for 3, and that's actually really important because
pretty good opening for a Malgan 5.
Yeah, no, it's like how can Rozakeas win? Well, open Packrat, lands and Packrat, and you can still make it. So let's see.
Especially if you.
I actually forgot that Rozakeas mulligan because I saw land Packrat, land Packrat.
Now maybe.
Let's see what Night Veil Spectre hits. So, ooh. Rozakeas won't want that. I believe it would be a good draw. Any removal spells would probably.
This removal doesn't do anything in this board. He cannot kill Spectre or the.
He can kill that.
Yeah.
If he has another land, he can kill that.
Yeah, if he runs.
Okay, so we have a huge Master of Waves. What you said before, if he can, curve out into a Master of Waves, that's gonna actually be really hard for Rozakeas to win because he has a Packrat, but he doesn't have enough time. Yeah,
he needs to have an answer now to the Master of Waves. Kill spell, especially at 2 mana cost.
Okay, so right now, Dimitris is gonna think. Once again, we are sorry for any technical issues. The internet provider has not been kind to us, apparently, and we are actually suffering from some major data loss. So sorry for that. We will.
And the land Golgari charm will be.
Yeah, and land and Golgari charm will be good. So we have a hero's downfall. That
force him to sacrifice the 2 Judge's Familiars.
Okay, Judge's Familiar is gonna be sacrificed. Let's see if Socrates,
He will pay one.
he will pay a mana, he will activate the other one. And that's actually really bad for Socrates, who has to survive, and
he must sacrifice both pockets now.
So let's see, his opponent has 12 damage from the tokens. Oh, there's another master. Yeah, and that's game 2, which is gonna go to...
But Rozakeas Cure will be crucial.
Rozakeas Cure is gonna be... If Socrates starts first, do you think he keeps any other hand other than a hand that contains Packarded Thoughts? I mean, apart from that, what other hand he can keep?
2 mana removal and some sort of Spectre or Desecration Demon. It's good enough to win the game.
So you need a big guy and you need lots of removals.
You certainly need removals to stop him from curving out.
Okay. So let's see. As players are shuffling up for game 3, let me remind you that this event is brought to you by eFantasy.gr and is covered by Rozakeas Edge Gaming. You can find the top 8 deck list from today's and yesterday's event at our website RozakeasEdgeGaming.gr after the end of this event. Also, videos of all the matches that we've covered, yesterday and today, can be found on our YouTube channel, Rozakeas Edge Gaming. Be sure to check out our website if you're interested in any sort of card games. We have guides from many great players in games including Magic the Gathering, the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and also Blizzard's Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. So the players are getting shuffled up. Do you think any changes in the sideboard are going to happen for either of them?
I think I didn't see any change while shuffling.
Okay, so we're back, most likely. Okay, we are back. Let's see. The players are getting ready to start. They're doing their final shuffle up. They're doing some shuffling, and right now we tried lots of different things today. As you can see, we have a device on the table, so players can switch their life totals, and it will be easier for us to update. Hope you do not mind that. We actually appreciate your feedback on this. Also, we do have we tried some rebroadcasting thing like what other MTG streams do. Don't know if I actually like this, but it's a change, of course, and we keep adding new stuff, and hopefully we will find what suits us better. So let's get on with the match. As a Temple of Melody is played, Rozakeas will scry, and Dimitrakis is gonna pass with no turn 1 play. How bad is that?
Very bad, especially on the draw.
Okay.
But
let's see if
Rozakeas doesn't have a Packard, so it will be a fair battle.
It will be a fair battle, of course. Desecration Demon is not fair for a 4 mana 6/6 flyer.
Let's see if it has some 2-drop.
Let's see if Dimitrakis has a 2-drop. He's gonna tap out for
weird that will meet something, but I don't know what he will
Devour
meet.
Flesh. Yeah. And that actually also
a very good start.
Yeah. Also, I thought about it. If Socrates had like Rozakeas Cure, that would be really bad in this spot because he couldn't kill the first one with.
Have also some the other one like Doomblade.
Yeah, Doomblade and Doomblade and Devour Flesh kill the first one with, but actually Blight and Rozakeas Cure don't. So
very crucial the third turn that provides no 3-drops for the Dimitrakis. No, that's the dreaded Thassa nor the Nightfall Spectre. If it has a demon now, it will be very hard. Okay, so demon for Socrates. Maybe there is some dissolve. No dissolves, and Socrates actually in a pretty good spot right now. So he has and rapid hybridization in his hand. Okay, so use end of turn. Okay,
Rapid hybridization gives Socrates a laser token, and
maybe he will be tapped with that binder.
do you think Socrates has his own laser token from a Pokemon card?
I don't know.
No, maybe I should tell
He
him
didn't
to.
put one, so
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't have.
That's actually really bad of him. I mean,
There's,
okay, let's see now.
I think I see a negating X hand on. There's a Thassa.
Let's see now. He has 4 lands in play, and actually, these are onslaught lands or not. It's really important. I mean,
Thassa will come into play.
let's see. Actually, the fact that he hasn't get any pressure up is gonna be bad. And actually, a 3/3 lizard is actually.
It has also mutable.
Yeah, it's actually big. So Socrates has a clock, whereas Papadakis. So Dimitrakis doesn't have one. Do you have a clock? I believe you do have a clock. Yeah. Okay, so Thassa comes down from Dimitrakis. A turn too late, but scrying is always good. 3 damage from the frog lizard.
Maybe Packer. Another Packer.
And we see
with 3 mana open now to have protection from potential hybridization, because he will make a token response.
Okay, so Thassa is gonna scry the card to the bottom, and
certainly puts Socrates in a very good position to win the game.
So Socrates managed to avoid any sort of pressure from his opponent, and
he kept very slow hand.
Yeah, and actually it was a mulligan mistake by his opponent. I mean, if you check Socrates' handout, he has lots of removal spells, but he doesn't need to use them because his opponent didn't play anything. I mean, all we saw was a Frostburg Wind and a Thassa that was a turn too late.
Mono Blue wants to be the aggressor in this matchup,
and he didn't do that. So Thassa is active
right now, but with the removal.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try to get in with Thassa, but removal actually abrupt decay is gonna take care of Spectre. I'm calling that now. Because all
maybe abrupt decay will.
Yeah, decay is gonna take care of Spectre. Yeah, no reason not to.
Enchantment again. Now he can swing back with the Agrat and the.
Okay, let's see now. So Socrates is gonna take a draw. He looks at his options. If he has another land, he can make a second Packard. Let's see if he has one. If he doesn't have one, he can do attacks, make a rat plus animate a mutable, which is gonna be really good again. His opponent has only 2 cards in hand. He's playing a synergistic deck, and that's actually not a good spot to be in. If you are Dimitrakis right now, you are almost dead, and I don't know what can. I mean, lots of things can go in your favor, but when your opponent has an active Packard,
he must pray that Socrates doesn't draw any removal.
He has removal already. That's the issue. So let's see now. Socrates swings with the team and
block the 3/3.
Most likely you are gonna block the 3.
If he blocks the Packard,
no, the word is not gonna die, so it doesn't matter what he blocks. He cannot pump the word. That would be good. If he could pump the word, he could at least kill a rat.
So it doesn't put me in a good position either, because Thassa loses another to devotion. Must find a new devotion to make her creature again.
So there is a line that says, okay, take the damage, I know it's a lot, and you try to win the race by making Thassa alive and hoping your opponent doesn't have a counterspell, although it's difficult, but
now that's very bad if he has something like Rozakeas Cure.
Okay, we see.
Which he saw in previous game.
Okay, so he had a land, he opted not to use it.
I think now he will have a Rozakeas Cure because that Packard in his combat set.
Okay, so he will do a Rozakeas Cure, yeah.
Now things get worse.
Okay, so that's actually really bad for Dimitrakis right now, because that Packard is gonna grow.
I think he could afford to take this damage this turn in order to try to make Thassa a creature.
Okay.
And I see that he has a dispel in his hand, so he could protect the devotion if he.
Yeah. So the best line for him to
was to take this damage and to make a creature Thassa next turn, because he has that binder in his hand. He could tap the 3/3 lizard and he would have the dispel backup to protect
Okay,
from
yeah.
removal other than abrupt decay. Abrupt decay can play around it anyway.
Okay, yeah, because you cannot counter it, of course, yeah.
And
So,
he will put me in a better position because he will neutralize one attacker, the 3/3 lizard, and the 5/5 body would hold back the pack rats for 1 or 2 turns.
okay, so
So he could find some open space to make some things unblockable, like the tight binders, and force some damage through.
okay, so
Not that he would win the game, but
mhm. Uh, okay, so right now he's gonna take a draw, and this game actually looks so grim because you're facing down an army of pack rats, and you didn't opt for the play that was giving you the more chances to win. You opted for the play that's giving you the more chances to survive but not win. So I don't actually like that. So another a devour flesh is discarded, makes another rat, and you're gonna untap, and most likely that's gonna be it. Do we have another way? Maybe polymorphist just.
I think he can win right now because there isn't any cyclonic rift in his deck. He's entire
Okay,
75, so it's very bad because he can't answer all these pack rats. Even polymorphic just won't do it. He will just fog one round.
okay, yeah, and yeah, you are sure because he has no blockers.
Yeah,
So
he can't block anything.
so he's gonna animate the Mutavolt, and let's see if that's enough. So each rat is right now hits for 3, so one rat gets blocked. So if he animates the Mutavolt and makes a token, this is actually 4 damage from each rat and plus 3 from the lizard, and that's gonna be game. If he makes no, it's 5 damage if you make. So it's 10 plus. He just needs to make a rat, and he can keep the Mutavolt with landed tapped in order to have a removal spell. Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, or have a removal spell like Doomblade up. So let's see if Dimitrakis has
If
some
had a removal, he will certainly kill that
Mutavolt. Yeah,
try and win.
I think I saw Doomblade in his hand, but he's winning either way. So yeah.
It isn't necessary to kill this without.
So right now,
He plays.
ah,
If he
polymorph is
kept,
just
if he
so
kept the weird there and the banner, he probably would have
a blowout. Then yeah,
won this game with the polymorph. It's just
yeah, it's what we said.
total block with the Packers make him 1-1 would be game changing.
It's what
Game
we
winning.
yeah yeah. It's what we said before. It's like, oh, he's gonna play Doomblade.
And sports polymorph just
Yeah.
will need surely spell.
No,
No?
no dispel. Okay. So right now it's what we said before. He was not playing to win. He was playing to not lose, and that actually came back to bite him because he could have won the game if you have
He kept the
Frost
devotion
and Wade and Thassa's
keep
devotion
Thassa
up. Yeah.
alive. I think he has also a dissolve in his hand. I can't see from here clearly.
Okay, let's see now. He plays a Master Waves. Devotion count is 2 right now, and that's not really gonna matter. There is another rat from Socrates who is gonna swing with the team, and with even his animated Mutavolt, he knows nothing is up. Even a rapid hybridization right now does not do it. So all these rats are 4/4s, and soon they're
Potentially 6/6.
yeah. So just 2 of them need to get through. So I mean the count is simple: three rats are blocked, and 2 other guys get in. So
I think
no,
I would be a one lone in, like what he does.
he's playing very safe by not animating the Mutafall. Doesn't need to do that. So 3 tokens get blocked. 3 copies of Baccarat get blocked. So is he gonna let this through? Right now the damage dealt is 7. Not 8. Yeah, Grey Merchant for the win, and that was actually his backup line if he had rapid hybridization. Very impressive. As Socrates wins the game, defeats Dimitrakis Ioannis to advance to 5-1.
I think that block was something like crucial.
Yeah. Very well played by Socrates. So Socrates wins, and we're gonna get back to the booth in a couple of seconds.